Hey everybody, Brian Lohnes from the NHRA back here at PRP Philadelphia Racing Products, back again with Rich. Rich, this is a company that's been around for decades. We've talked a lot about different products over the course of our video series here, but the reality is, as big a catalog as you guys have, every single company has those kind of foundational bedrock, big selling products, and these are some of your most popular.
That's 100% correct. So we manufacture a lot of electric water pumps. Water pumps are a staple product for us. We utilize a large electric motor on all our pumps. We have two different configurations. We have our smaller inline design, a larger remote design, and then we have our standard, will fit a big block Chevy. We have a small block Chevy version and other versions as well. You know, so let's talk about the remote side first. Remote is something that's a little newer technology than the old style block mount pump. Guys have come up with different configurations where they either don't have the room on the front of the engine, so they'll remote mount their water pump somewhere else. One of our most popular remote mount is actually this little guy right here. It's an inline 3-inch diameter motor. It'll flow about 20 to 25 gallons a minute. It's all billet construction base. It's got a billet impeller inside, and it's a 12 or 16 volt power connection. And it's good to go. And
the compact size means you can find a really nice place to put this.
Absolutely. We even have a couple mounting bolts, so you can actually bulkhead mount the pump.
Nice.
We actually make a bracket that slips over that holds this almost like a fuel pump by the motor. So it's a lot of versatility. Now, if bigger cooling is what you need, we can step up to this guy. This is again a remote mount. It accepts multiple size fittings in on the bottom, out through here. Cavitation in the pump is not an issue because the water comes right into the impeller. You can mount this down low by the radiator. Big ports coming in, big ports coming out. 50 gallons a minute, free flow. This is a bad boy right here.
And again, tried and true solution for most people. A lot of people is the block mount style pump.
Correct.
You mentioned big block Chevy, small block Chevy, LS. Talk a little bit about the technology here versus our kind of remote mount.
It's got a large diameter motor on it, 4-inch diameter, high power. It's got O-ring sealed, so it makes your connection to the block real easy. It's just a bolt up, no silicone, no gaskets, no fussing with any of that stuff.
If it's going in a race car, it's bound to be coming off and on every once in a while.
Absolutely,
anyway.
Absolutely. It's again a full billet construction, billet impeller design. This will also get the job done.
So we talk about the functionality of the water pumps. We talk about what they move and flow. This is a really cool product because we're talking about a wheelie bar wheel here, which is obviously very functional, but you guys have elemented a style into this and multiple styles. Talk a little bit about this, because if you're going to finish your race car right, this is something to think about.
Yeah, guys like the cool factor. However, the form and function is still there.
Paramount, especially in a wheelie bar wheel. It's going to be hammering the race track.
Exactly, it's going to be used over and over again. It's got to function well. So we make this in multiple configurations, so so it will meet your application. One of which we make them with bearings and without bearings. This is a molded on urethane. Okay. It is not a rubber shell that is stretched on or put on. It is actually molded to the wheel. It makes it like one piece when it's all said and done. Super dense, super hard, perfectly machined round when it's done. And then the cool factor is that we can mimic the front wheels of any weld essentially like a weld type wheel.
Yeah.
We have our whole design, we have our 5-spoke design, we have our 10-spoke V-Star type design, and we have them black anodized, we have them in a natural finish, and available today.
And the deal here with the black anodized design, what's really slick about how you guys do this is you actually anodize and then machine, so you get this really nice contrast. Really legitimately mimicking that full-size wheel style.
That is correct.
And as wild and anal as some guys are about making sure everything matches, this is a really slick piece.
Good staple product for us. We sell a lot of wheelie bar wheels, guys. It just gives it that look, it's that finished touch, and of course form and function. It works flawlessly.
Same can be said here. Let's talk about these.
These are fill caps. We make a small version, like a 2-inch cap, clear anodized, black anodized, of course. Finish is important to customers. And then how it's mounted is important to customers. So we sell it with, this happens to be an aluminum bung, but we sell it with a steel version. We sell it with a bolt-on version. So if you don't have accessibility to a welder or something like that, we give you the hardware, bolt on a valve cover. It's an O-ring sealed cap. It could be used on a rear end housing, anywhere you see fit that a fill cap is needed, which brings us into our large cap. We sell this in multiple different ways. So this actually is a two-fold application cap. We sell it with, again, aluminum bung and a steel bung, so you can have a larger cap for a different application, whether it be an oil cooler tank or a water tank or whatever it may be. Could be on an intercooler tank, you know, something like that. However, we do also make these bungs, which bolt on. We make two of these versions. We make a 6-bolt version and we make a 12-bolt version, which utilizes the same cap, and it's a replacement for a fuel cell cap with that quarter-turn plastic deal. So you can get rid of that quarter-turn plastic deal, replace it with a billet machine cap all the way around, O-ring sealed, Viton O-ring, will repel anything, good with alcohol, race fuels, the whole 9 yards. Makes your life much easier. No sense in fighting with that quarter-turn deal anymore. So that's, and then of course we have those in an array of colors. I mean, we have them in clear, red, blue, black, even a gunmetal look.
To match whatever your particular style is. To match
whatever your style is. Yeah, and I mentioned intercooler. That's not the typical cap that guys use on an intercooler. We actually make another cap, you know, for an intercooler that's got a bolt-on bung. It's a 12-bolt bung, and it's about 8 inches in diameter. It's like this big.
You want to get a lot of ice. If you're getting ice in there.
You want to get ice in that cooler tank. We actually have a solution for you.
That's killer. Timing pointers, you make them for multiple applications, of course, LS, as well as this guy, which I'm guessing is Chevrolet.
That is a Chevrolet. That is 100% correct. It's probably, I'm not sure which one, but it's probably an 8-inch dampener, you know, style. We make them for small block Chevy, big block Chevy. LS, I mean, we do have an LS timing pointer. They got a 4-degree motion in each direction. They bolt right up to the front cover, clearance for any ATI or aftermarket dampener, fluid dampener, whatever it may be, stock application, just all around good part.
Now, every company starts somewhere. Manufacturing companies typically start with finding a problem, a deficiency, and then coming up with a solution. Here at PRP, not necessarily this super slick design, but your company started with throttle brackets. So let's talk about this.
That is correct also. Throttle brackets solve a problem, a real problem. So you put this engine, this race engine in your car. How do you make that carburetor connection to the floor? You know, the pedal has to have some sort of connection to the engine, and we solve that with the throttle bracket that we produce. We have an array of applications: GM application, Ford application, Mopar, and then we follow again NHRA rules and regulations. You know, with a dual return string. You know, now for other applications, if it's not an NHRA sanctioned body track or somewhere that you're running, it's a street car, you don't like that kind of tension, pull a spring out. You know, we got a fancy little L-shaped arm here that'll connect to the carburetor linkage, and you know, this will solve the headaches of making that connection on an engine swap, whatever it may be, you know.
It's a really neat look into, again, a small array of what is a really large catalog that PRP offers. Where do they find you online? How do they get themselves a catalog sent to their house? And can they find everything we talked about today on the website?
Yes, they can, 100%. I mean, that's, of course, phone is always a good staple way to get a hold of us. You know, the website, you know, ever growing, ever so popular these days. PRPRacingProducts.com will get you everything you need right there. Our brand new 2021 catalog is out. We have some new products for this year, and you know, we have a 50-plus page catalog, and it's just bursting with products, you know.
Cooling system, timing system, throttle brackets, and the coolest wheelie bar wheels in the world here at PRP. I'm taking this one with me.